Hello YouTubers, Tucker here, and today me and Mom are going to take you out on an outing where we'll see all the various different sights and scenes. A little excursion, an adventure if you will, so let's ride along. Steady, steady you two. All right, you come along as well, girl. Church. Then again, it is Sunday. Sunday is always the perfect time to go to church. For certain folks, that is.
Yep, in a Christian culture it is.
Definitely. Here we go. Heading down.
I think this is the golf course right here on the right.
This right here is the golf course.
Yep, there they are. Up there playing golf.
I bet that's something you couldn't see at times during the early stages of the pandemic when it was at its most severe. Eureka Municipal Golf Course.
Getting a little bit closer.
This is a little nice here as well.
Look, here's more of the golf course on the left.
Yep, especially across the street here.
Yep, over there, over here. I hope no stray golf balls hit me.
Nope, we're good.
Alrighty.
Oh, we're coming up on another hill.
Yes, and pretty soon.
Whoopee!
Look, it says 52 degrees out right now, and this is shady.
Well, it now says 53.
Okay.
And here we have reached one end of town. This is where Redwood Acres would be at.
The Elks Club.
As well as that too.
Ahead.
And here you go, guys. The moment you've all been waiting for.
Well, we gotta go a little teeny bit further, but like just a scoosh. Or a skadoosh.
Very funny. Kung Fu Panda.
Uh-oh. We might have to take that part out. They might want residuals.
No, it's some brief references like that are okay.
Okay.
And here's some horses out grazing.
Those aren't real though, are they? Look at, there it is.
Here you go,
Here we
guys.
come down the hill. This is it. Check it out.
This here is Humboldt Bay, as well
Look
as
at
that of the
Look
ocean.
at that view. And people are at the farmer's market thing here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we want to go south. That view, the bay, right there.
Yes. This is one good place to get a view from.
Yep, that is a vista point right there too. See those people parked?
Yes. And right over here, if you guys remember, is a little power plant here.
That's why all these fires start.
Yes.
Pretty.
Through the trees right here is another part of Humboldt Bay. We're flying a little bit.
Yeah, we're going about 70. Oh, look at right up here, honey. I love how the sun sparkles the top of the water like it does. I wonder if you picked that up in your filming.
Yes, I have. You guys can see it pretty well.
Doesn't it look like sparkles?
Yeah, like diamonds.
Here it's high tide, you can tell, because this is full. It normally wouldn't be if it was low tide.
Yes. Oh, and right through those trees right here, that's College of the Redwoods.
Yep. Nice little community college.
Right through there. There it is.
Yep.
This here is the little town of Ferndale, I think.
No,
Fortuna. Yeah, Fortuna is pretty small. In fact, it's smaller than Eureka, and Eureka happens to be the county seat of Humboldt. Here's another good view of some pasture fields.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
Totally. As well as a bit of some mountain ranges.
Yep. And puffy white clouds.
You might as well say that California, aside from being a golden state, is also a mountain state, just like Colorado.
But it's a green state up here. Up here, we don't have the problem with drought. At least not on the ocean. We're right on the ocean, as opposed to, you know, those folks that are inland. The further inland you go, the hotter it gets. Because we get the ocean to cool us down here.
Especially when you're in the southern part of California as well.
Yeah, and then we have the same kind of thing that they do down there. We have a marine layer that's, you know, comes inland until a certain time of day. Like in San Diego, it would start burning off at like 11. But here is, you know, it's like 10 o'clock when things start clearing out. It's because we're right on the ocean. We get those ocean winds and the coolness of it.
Here's another good view of some mountains, as well as some trees right here in the background and the foreground. More pastures here. Definitely a place where cows could actually explore and hang around at, as well as graze. And the thing about California, it has a balance between being hot and sunny all year long in the south, and being cold, wet,
pasture up there.
cold, wet, and chilly all year long.
There's another branch of the river. It's kind of empty, but it's still pretty.
Yes, absolutely.
And then that one up there, gosh, that's lovely.
Yeah, there's a bit of a flat ground right there on those hills here. Right over there, what we saw was a bunch of cows out and about.
Gem and mineral shop right here.
Chapman's Gem and Mineral Shop, as well as a museum too.
Very nice.
And there's a bunch of cows right here on this field as well. Just sunning and having some fun out in the sun.
Look at that green bridge up ahead
That's Elk River Bridge. Right there. That there is Elk River Bridge.
Yeah. Okay. It's cute there. I mean, kind of pretty. Look at that sheared off part of the mountain there. Got trees growing up the side of it. That's what causes landslides.
And it clearly shows on the facade of it.
Right, here's more.
Yeah, here's a good shot right here of the sheared off part of the mountain.
That's to make the roads. Don't you know?
Interesting. Oh, here we go. Crossing the Elk River Bridge.
No, Eel River, honey.
Eel
That
River.
sign just said eel. Look at over here. There's lots more water.
And here is the Eel River.
Beautiful.
And there's the Eel River Bridge right there.
Beautiful. Eel River down there.
As well as Eel River right here and Eel River Bridge.
So that was one of the exits for Scotia.
And this here is a water storage building where they keep the water at. And of course we have some big rigs here as well that carry important cargo to and fro from here.
Yep.
Here's another good view of some mountain ranges through the trees here. Usually a view of mountains like this indicate that we are definitely a little far from home.
Yeah, we're getting out here into it.
And this here is where lumber
factory.
yeah, where lumber trees are kept at.
For processing and shipping. Well, they look like they already have been processed.
And sure, they still do lumbering around here, but it's still not as booming as it was back in the 1890s to the 1950s. Another good view of some mountains here. If you ever wanted to have a nice look at some mountains for your eye candy, this is definitely the place. This is definitely the place to go.
Look at that. Looks like there's snow on the top of some of those mountains ahead. Could it be?
Yeah, some mountains here get a little bit of snow up here. So this right here is another part of Eel River. It's a very... Eel River is a pretty long river out here.
Yep. There's like 7 rivers out here.
And Eel, I think, is the biggest.
Oh, this is Avenue of the Giants.
So we are cutting through here into Stafford Left. This is sort of like a rocky road with some trees surrounding both sides.
I don't believe I'm driving here.
In many ways, this is sort of like a hiking ground for some people who don't have a car or just want to not drive for the day.
Look at the dark woods up there. It looks like, you know, Mordor.
From Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
Those are trees. Those are tree trunks. Holy guacamole.
So we're heading back up north, and here's another good view of Eel River.
Yep.
As well as some good mountain ranges here. And the trees are still a sight to behold.
Look up there, how pretty.
Yes, a mountain that's filled with grasslands and redwood trees.
And little white clouds. This is where all the happy California cows come from.
Or as Bob Ross would call it, happy little clouds. Happy little clouds, happy little trees, happy little accidents. It's always happy for him. Well, that was not too bad.
No, that was lovely. That was quite lovely. And it's still lovely. Look, it's warm outside. The sun is shining.
Well, and it's definitely the last good thing to have before we go back to work in the endemic stage.
Yep, absolutely totally.
But don't worry, there's plenty of time for spring break and even the summer to be out and about in places, which you will eventually see, people. You will eventually see what will be just on the other side of those mountains of the seasons. There's that lumber mill again.
By course.
So here is a couple of planes here.
Jets.
Yeah, letting off
All their chemtrails.
yeah, vapor trail based on that chemtrail conspiracy theory BS.
Exactly. Where's our tinfoil hats? No harm intended. Just having a good laugh at those nutcakes.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
I don't know
did it
why.
again.
I don't know why conspiracy theories would have to come to exist. I don't know why.
People just need to be excited, I think.
So they do it to kill some boredom, perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's one good view of this mountain that had a landslide a long time ago.
Look at that shearing off of that. And look down there. People are down at the river.
People are enjoying going out rafting, swimming.
You know, I would really like to go to Pamplin Grove. We could do that one time.
Oh,
If 36 is open.
Pamplin Grove? Sure, definitely.
Now that's, well, if you go down by the river, it's sunny, but up in the grove itself, not really. But that's kind of what makes it nice. You can go into the shade of the trees, and then you can bake your butt out there on the river all day, swimming and splashing and playing and
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to do up here in Humboldt. Although not as much if you were in places like Los Angeles or San Francisco or San Diego, but it's one place to have a getaway at. It's definitely a good place to either explore or retire at.
pretty. People living up on the hills. Oops. Tourist.
Yeah.
We were going to come back on this. Down.
And here is Eel River Bridge as well as Eel River. That's the bridge that we had crossed on our way heading down south. And there's some construction work over there.
Look at those puffy clouds.
Oh yeah, cumulonimbus. That's a sign that a storm is just over those mountains.
Storms of ruin. Well, they got a little bit of darkerness at the bottom. They don't all look like they're dropping rain. But some of them are. Look at over there. And then this big puffy one right here. But I don't see the, the telltale, like right there at about 10 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Straight ahead would be noon.
We've been getting a lot of storms around here lately, which I think is about time, because California has a bit of a con in it, where it would occasionally have droughts, which people who aren't a fan of droughts, you're probably not going to like that.
Well, yeah, nobody likes droughts. You know, and when that happens, that means, but we don't have a drought condition in Eureka and along this coastal lane.
Yeah, not as bad.
Not up north. We are. The fact that the ocean mist comes inland is contributing to our moisture. So, you know, we are hardly ever without water up here.
There's the gem and mineral shop there at the left again.
That's why I was like, what is he saying? Oh, that's pretty. Look at that little, you know, snaking back and forth.
Definitely is a reminder of the desert.
Probably why they call it the eel. Now see if we took a right at 36 East, we would go down to Pamplin Grove. And what's that other place? Swimmer's Delight.
Certainly.
And Grizzly Creek campgrounds. Because that's where the Grizzlies camp.
Here's some very good mountains, as well as some buildings to see.
Well, that's kind of like a hill, not really a mountain.
I just can't help but take a look at the beauty of these hills here. And if you were to come up here, you can actually see a good vantage point that is just as good as riding a helicopter through here, especially a tourist helicopter. This here is one part of farmland.
Drive that's very nice, and you get a view of the river.
Here's a good shot here of Fortuna through the trees right here.
That's where the town itself is. Yep, there's more of it in there.
That little town right there is Fortuna, and there's the Caterpillar headquarters at, where the Caterpillar construction vehicles and equipment are kept. Bear River Casino and Resort. That little town, I think, right there was a bit of Ferndale. Yep, next two exits.
Must have been it's down that way. I mean the downtown business part.
Yeah, this is mostly like a little cul-de-sac community right around these here parts, as well as places to herd horses and cows at.
How are they doing back there?
The dogs, they're doing just fine.
Are they laying down or are they standing up?
Well, Milo's sitting down. Sweet Pea is standing. Home is just over those trees, as well as these mountains here.
Are you going to finish that coffee?
Sure, if you want me to.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Why?
Because we are going a little fast.
A little too bumpily wumpily?
And kind of like going to side a little.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I don't want to get coffee all over myself. And that would be what we call bad luck. Yeah, if you thought that a coin tail side up indicates bad luck, I think having coffee spilled on you is another sign of bad luck.
Well, I've been sitting in a puddle of it since we left. Not actually, but my leg got wet.
Humboldt Bay National Wildlife Refuge at the next right. Anybody who is interested in wildlife, that's definitely the place for you.
It's a pretty shot.
Up this mountain range here.
Yeah, right. Look at the roadway. The road is even pretty in a way.
Yeah. This is what Highway 101 looks like here.
Yep.
Sometimes it's busy, other times it's not.
I'm surprised how many cars are out now, given how much gas prices are. You know, they're over $5 a gallon, I think. We've used up a quarter of a tank of gas on this trip. Which I was hoping to get through another pay period with it. Well, maybe I will, you know.
So here's another good view of some mountains as well as
There's the cows.
the fields.
Crazy.
And here are the cows right here. And there may even be some calves out there as well. Grazing, laying down, the works, you name it. Here it is, College of the Redwoods. Since we're heading up north, that's when you can see it quite clearly here. In the south, it was a little difficult to see due to the fact that it was a little further away.
And we're coming up in the body of water again. If it's low tide, it should be empty. Oh, higher tide even.
Yeah, it's still high tide.
That's nice.
Best of the best. And here's some wheat fields, or maybe even some dried up grasslands here.
Not sure what they do with that there.
So right here is some Humboldt Bay that would later convert into Eel River.
Well, yeah, Eel River feeds into this. Humboldt Bay converts into the Pacific Ocean.
Which is way up ahead.
Well, it's out there. This is just actually this is the Pacific Ocean, and that's what fills up Humboldt Bay.
So here, it's kind of a little swampy out here.
Yeah, that's called the Bottoms. It's a watershed. It's worth looking at. And there's little beavers and stuff come up on those waterways.
Beaver lodges.
And then it also, there's people who live on King Salmon, and it's a little spit of land out into the bay, and they can actually use like little boats to get around.
Here we are, guys, back home here in Eureka. This is the last bit of land you will see before it moves into streets. And there we go. This is where Kmart used to be at.
Yeah, it's a dispensary, a day spa, and a restaurant.
Now it's a retail estate. Retail Insight.
That's what that is. It's a dispensary and a restaurant.
Sunset Memorial Park. This is a cemetery here.
Yep. There's Lost Cause Brewery, where they make their own beer.
And that
it's
right,
lovely and delicious.
that red house right there is an abandoned one.
Yep. Pearson's, where we got hammered.
Yeah, like, guys, if that wasn't made into a t-shirt, it has to be made by now.
I don't think they would do that locally here. I think you'd have to do it and then take it on the road.
Well, why not? That would be
I think it's
cool.
funny, you know? I mean, if people can't laugh at themselves, then what the heck?
Yeah, what gives?
What gives, Jeeves? Uh-oh.
Right here is the Bayshore Mall. Behind McDonald's is the Bayshore Mall. There's Kohl's, Staples, Old Navy.
Ulta. It's a makeup shop.
Boot Barn and Petco. And Bed Bath & Beyond at TJ Maxx. As well as Ross Dress for Less.
And Walmart. See that little sign hidden in the back there? Walmart.
Yeah.
Ross used to be Sears. That right there used to be Sears.
And right here, this vacant spot right here is where Sears would have been at, used to be at.
Oh, and there's our electrical hookups for electric cars to get recharged.
Yeah, that's a new thing for the future.
No, not too new. It's been there a little while. We're kind of futuristic here.
All the while preserving its past.
Taco Bell with a purple and black sign, but an orange roof. Dumb. Applebee's.
As well as the Chevron gas station.
Jeez.
We also got In-N-Out Burger as well.
Yep, we just got that.
Yeah, very recently. This is mostly a place where people actually hang out with some friends or grab some food. This is mostly a restaurant area of Humboldt, of Eureka.
Oh, okay, you're talking about along the roadway here.
Yeah, along heading north and south of Eureka is mostly the restaurant areas.
We got a chicken store, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
And that right there is the Eureka Inn.
There's a Chipotle over there. I didn't know we had them here.
As well as a pawn shop and Les Schwab tires. Some motels around here.
Yeah, dumps. Oh yeah, Mr. Zippity-Doo-Dah.
There's KFC right here.
You can tell they're from the city. Look at the bowling lanes.
This here is where you would go bowling at or play billiards at.
Yep, it's the Harbor Lanes Family Fun Center.
And here is Eureka Auto Wholesale as well as Anglin Secondhand.
Yeah, that's an interesting store. Looks like it's falling apart at the seams, and it probably is.
Yeah, we have some buildings here that look like they're about to crumble, while others, like the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, are gorgeous, which look like they could last forever. This also is the North Coast Role-Playing Comic Book Store.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck they do in there, but I bet that that's some prime land. That look at how they built the Holiday Inn all around them. You know, they had to put in a new street just to keep this building here. So whoever owns that building did not want to give it up for probably a lot of money.
And this right here is the O'Reilly Auto Parts, as well as Bevmo and Jack in the Box.
We're up ahead. Yeah.
Yes, and also there's an Adele's restaurant.
Yeah, that's just locally owned.
Yeah, you won't find them in any other part other than here.
Yep.
So this is a way of heading to Costco.
We're going to Eureka Natural Foods.
Yeah.
Did you want to go in first?
Sure.
Okay.
Western Chainsaw.
Don't know what that that building used to be, but it's a wreck.
And that vacant area right there is where a fabric factory used to be at. But it's been torn down in the 80s. It's the tearing down of that building inspired the idea of preserving historical buildings in these here parts.
Really? They thought about it afterwards and thought they should have kept it?
Yeah. But
oh, that's too bad.
I think they were protesting for a while that it should stay where it's at and be preserved. This area here with Walgreens and Eureka Natural Foods was right where this fabric factory used to be at. Quite an interesting little fact there.
Fact by Tucker.
So I came out of Eureka Natural Foods and I decided to get this, an American goulash, or goulash, which is actually very tasty. It may not be keto, but it is tasty, almost like chili. So yeah, you can all get that from here at Eureka Natural Foods. Yeah, Eureka is the only place where you can find a Eureka Natural Foods here. You won't find it any place other than here in Eureka. So, if anybody wanted to grab a quick bite at Eureka Natural Foods, do it. Feel free to have a look around these here parts. Hey, Milo boy. Milo really enjoys being out and about, especially in the car. Same thing with Sweet Pea right here. Hey, Sweet Pea. Definitely a nice place to hang out at. And enjoy the scenery as well as the cool breeze, which I can feel right now. So now we are heading back home. And this is a very nice street right here. A place that has some homes and some businesses.
What is this wobbly guy?
That right there?
Sail.
And here is
I wonder what they're sailing.
And here is the neighborhood street right here. And here we are, back home. I'll see you guys when I get inside. And I'm back home. I hope you enjoyed that ride along. And wish you all the best of luck. Love you all. Have a good day, everybody. And I'll see you all next time.